It's your girl Zabeth, and I'm here today to review two foundations that I think are worth talking about. One is the L'Oreal Cushion Compact, and then the other one is the innisfree Cushion Compact that comes in this cute little box. And I got this from Mimi Box. So first, let's go over which one is cheaper. So the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Compact is, I think, $14-ish with tax, and then the Innisfree Cushion Compact is $23. The L'Oreal Lumi Cushion Compact claims to be sheer to medium coverage, and it's buildable with a luminous finish. When you open the top, you'll see the sponge applicator, and then when you open it again, you'll see the actual sponge. And apparently it holds about 14.6 grams of foundation. And something I learned as I was looking on the website is that apparently you're supposed to wash your sponge with soap, and if you want to make your foundation last longer, you're supposed to flip over the sponge to get the most out of it. But my thing is like, I'm thinking, I don't think you built a good enough sponge, because if you did, I wouldn't have to flip it over. But that's just me coming up with my own consensus, I guess. After washing the sponge, because of what the directions said, I realized that it didn't even work, and there's still so much foundation built up in my sponge. Now, hence, if I wash my sponge after I use it the first time, maybe, but I still don't agree with washing it. Now, what I really like about this foundation is that it gives you a kind of like luminous glow to it. That's what they call it, Lumi. And it's really lightweight. It looks pretty. Mom, I'm talking in my video. Can you tell Grandma not to talk too? Because I'm recording, but I don't know how to say record. Hey, Mom. The L'Oreal Paris True Match Lumi Cushion Compact comes in a variety of colors. And that's pretty good for, your traditional drugstore line. Here's the innisfree foundation. It claims to be Longwear, sweat-free. It lasts about 12 hours, and it's built in with SPF 50, which is really great. Now, when you open the Cushion Compact, you'll notice this light, thin paper that's kind of sticky, so you can always stick it back on, but it's supposed to prevent any kind of dirt from coming in, and also keeping it moisture-free, or moisturized, I guess you could say. And then you'll notice the sponge is a lot different from the L'Oreal one. The sponge is a lot smaller in terms of the holes. And then the sponge applicator is a lot better quality, and you can tell that there is not a lot of product in it, which I love that about it. The thing I love about the innisfree Longwear Cushion Compact is that it lasts all day. I mean, I can wear it like going out, going to church, going somewhere, and it literally stays on all day. Now, the thing I dislike about it, I forgot. There's a like kind of an Asian herbal medicine smell, but you kind of get used to it after the first or two times, and then you really don't think about it. So I say this is a really good investment if you're looking for a good cushion compact. I said, downside is that there's not many color choices, so I wouldn't recommend this for anyone who's not like around my color skin tone. Also, one thing I liked about it is that when you apply it, you don't have to apply too much. And this sponge is really good for picking up product. As you can tell, there's barely any product on there, versus my Lumi Cushion Compact. If you look at it, all the products there. So I would probably go with this innisfree one. Honestly, it's the winner for me. Korean products, come on. The L'Oreal Paris Cushion Compact is really, again, like I said, for $14, I think it's a great steal. But what I really have a problem with is that it doesn't even last me 1 month. Like, I'm definitely spending more time like applying and applying and like applying the sponge on before I even get onto my face to see the product even appear on my face. And I know it's supposed to be like a natural glow or a natural look, but I find that it's just not even showing up, and it takes a lot of, I think the product is mostly in the sponge, if you can see this, which I think is kind of a waste, because I mean, if I'm spending $14 on a foundation and it's just going to be in the sponge, and if you look into this foundation, I mean this foundation sponge, it's like you could see it looks like it's soaked in there, so most of the product is in the sponge. So like, am I going to have to take out the sponge and slap it on my face? Don't want to do that, and it's unsanitary. So I don't know about this. I loved it at first, but after using it for not even a month, I'm kind of disappointed in it, and I wouldn't invest in it again. The innisfree one, this one's just God. It's the only issue with this one right now that I have is that the color is a little bit lighter than me. It's kind of like not too light, but it's a little bit lighter than me. But I can make it work. So, because I mean, I love the product. So I would definitely be okay with spending $23 again. And I think, like I said, there's only 2 or 3 shades. I have to look at that, but that's the only downside about this product. And I'm like, what? This sucks because not everybody can use it because it's such a great foundation. I think it has SPF in it. Yeah, there's 50 SPF. Let me look at the Lumi. The Lumi, it doesn't say, but I think if it did, it would say it. It's buildable coverage, and I know everyone's talked about this and raved about it, and I really liked it at first, but then it didn't even last me a month, and I'm just like, girl, you're spending like twice the time to do your makeup with spreading this foundation. I mean, something I learned with this L'Oreal foundation is that instead of patting it, you gotta spread it like that. But I mean, I kind of feel like I don't see a point in like, I don't mind going like this, but I kind of think like when I think cushion compact, I think of like you're patting your face, you know. I don't think of like swiping it, you know. So that's another way to make it last longer, I guess you could say. But then again, I keep thinking about this innisfree Longwear cushion. I don't even have to like apply that much, and then it doesn't even soak on the sponge, guys. And I've had this for a couple weeks, I think almost not even a month, but I mean, look at how much like product I still have left. You know what I mean? It's like I barely touched it. Like when I apply the sponge, I barely touch it, and it's already like gliding over my face, and then it's also covering my face. I don't know. I want to give it another try because I think it's unfair for me to kind of, well, not unfair, but I mean, like maybe a different color would do me better. But the only thing with this is I had to guess what my color was because there's no way to test yourself. Well, at least at the Walmart that I went and bought it at. So I don't know. I loved it at first. I mean, I love like how it makes your face look glowy. It's just I don't want to pay $14 and then I can't even use it for a month. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to choose innisfree. I'm gonna do a demo of how it looks like applied, but the only thing with my L'Oreal Lumi is I'm almost out. So, well, at least according to my last time I used it, I was almost out. So it might not be a fair enough demo for the L'Oreal. Okay, I'm going to apply the L'Oreal Lumi on this side, and then the other side I'm going to apply the NS. So here, I told you guys I am running out, so I'm just going to try to squeeze the crap out of it and see what comes out. And, you know, you can kind of see it for itself, how it's applying, and I think at this point, I'm just trying to squeeze it out of the foundation sponge, because I don't want to apply the sponge onto my face. At this point, I just like was squeezing so much, trying to like get some kind of product on there because I wanted to give you guys some kind of like insight on how it looks. But again, I didn't want to buy a new one because I didn't really like it. So you can kind of see when I start to squeeze it out more, a little bit more of the product, that, how it looks like. So you kind of do get a chance to see it. Here I'm applying the Ines on the other side, the left side of me, I guess. And you can see I'm lightly touching it, and then you're going to just see, well, I tapped it a little bit more this time just so you guys can see. But you see how much like coverage that was? Like it's already covering about half of my face already. So I just dab it in one area, and then I'm just going to start patting it onto the other places that I want to distribute the product to. At this point, my face is pretty much covered, but I'm just going in to make sure that I don't have any dry patches and that it's kind of an even color overall. And here's the side by side. You can tell that the L'Oreal is more, I would say, luminous and not as matte. And it's more true to my color, I guess you could say. And then the other side is kind of got a powdery feel to it. I am currently in my bathroom and I don't have like my lighting set up, but you can clearly see that I have more coverage on the left side. If this is the left side of me, yes. And then on the right side, I barely have any coverage. Now, I'm not trying to say L'Oreal is bad, like the cushion compact is bad, but I think what I'm really trying to say is, is that, if you're looking for something with more coverage, it's actually really buildable with visible cover. Like you can visibly see that it's buildable. I would suggest the innisfree. And it's kind of like when it's kind of a drier consistency, so you have to kind of work with it a little bit faster than you do with the Lumi. If you have a lot of blemishes and stuff like that, I wouldn't really suggest this one unless you like that appearance. Like, the whole popular thing right now is the freckles on your facing, and I think if more power to you if you want that look. If you want to conceal but not conceal, that's what I call it, the natural but not natural look, then I would suggest using the L'Oreal one. This one is great for some days when you want really full coverage, but you don't want to wear any thick kind of cakey foundation. And this is in a compact, so that's easy for you to retouch and everything. And mind you, I never retouch this whenever I wear it. The only time I will usually set my foundation with a like a translucent powder, and that keeps it on longer. It is like porcelain, beautiful, no blemishes, barely breaks out. L'Oreal might be the one for you. If you got more problem skin, I think Innisfree is for you. Like I made a tutorial where I actually used it, and I will link that tutorial in the video or in the information box, and you guys can check it out. And you can kind of see how it applies. And I think I kind of chopped up the part of the foundation application process, but I will be sure to let you know if I did or not. And you guys can see for yourself how it actually looks. It was a very natural, like glowy everyday look when you're busy and you have little to no time and you have a lot of blemishes and whatever. You want to find a foundation that's easy to apply and something that can cover you quickly, so you don't have to sit there like for 20 minutes doing something when you know what I mean, when you're late for work. So think about that, like, weigh your options depending on your skin type and, depending on your time. Like different foundations work for different times of the day. But I'm just gonna have to go with NS. Sorry. But anyways, I will talk to you guys soon, and look out for the next tutorial.